of their children. If they are asked to participate, in decision making and the like, there's nothing bad about it. But I must tell you that there's a good reason for Student Teacher Association to be reactivated. A situation where parents will have the same education of their children. You have the same decision making of their children. There's nothing wrong for the parents to walk into the school teacher, the teacher of the school and ask what are my children doing. If they have a new way of assisting about the way. But I must tell you, the decision making is not like the little thing now that people students are being involved in their governance. Let parents also be involved in the running of schools so that as stakeholders, they will be committed to education system.
Well, thank you so much, Kibu, to the candidates of the SDP. It's not unfortunate that other members, other contestants, other candidates, and all here would have talked about their own plans also, for education issues. But we need to move on now and move on to the next area of programs here. We're talking about three key areas that affect youth, talking about education, about employment, and also about enterprise and empowerment. Now, let's move on. Really talk about employment. I'll start with Mr. Ibrahim Adioti of the UPN this time. Now, I'm going to ask you, how do you plan actually to increase foreign investment, that's nationally and internationally, to ensure increased employment opportunities in the state?
Thank you, sir. I will digress a little bit and I will answer the question within my time frame.
We have just 4 minutes.
Yeah, I will work with it. Can I make education free at institutions? Yes. Governor Rocha Sokorocha is doing it already in the state. When we have governors making hundreds of millions of naira every month in security votes, there is nothing wrong, like Okorocha did, to take part of that money and pay for the students in their institution. That's how I intend to do it.
Well, please, I ask for no clapping, I ask for no cheering, I ask for no political support in any of the candidates here, please. I'm beginning to hear murmurs in the candidates, please. That's our perfect silence here. You can continue.
I'm going to make that pledge. In terms of bringing investment to Osun State, I wrote a program about 9 years ago, which I continue to update. As a matter of fact, I remember I once shared it with the present sitting governor of Osun State in Lagos. He wasn't the governor then, because he's a very good brother of mine. And in this program, I modeled it behind the Israeli program called the Kibbutz. About 2 to cognizance, the realities and the limited infrastructure in Osun State. What the Kibbutz program does for you is this: we are going to build entrepreneurs through a cooperative society. It will be 50, 100, 250, or 500 farmers. They, in turn, we have technical partners. We give them the benchmark after giving them all the support they need. Once they can reach the threshold, on a yearly basis, they continue to hold the farm. And in an average of 4 to 5 years, they can become the owners of the farm. What are we going to do with this program? We are going to have about 5,000 entrepreneurs in the first 4 years. And they, in turn, are going to employ at least 5 times to 10 times the number of the entrepreneurs that we are creating. We are going to have secondary jobs. Our mothers will be selling the produce from these farms. I'm bringing foreign investors. I'm a businessman. I've done business in the United States. I know how to do it. You don't have to travel 22 countries in 24 months to bring investors. We don't have one in Osun State now. What an investor needs is for you to secure their investment and money. I know how to do it. I will make sure we bond those investments. When you bond it with the relationship I have with the Jewish and other communities in the United States, I'm sure they will come down, bring their machinery and equipment and money and create those jobs in Osun State. I have the facts. I'm not just saying it. I have the details, which I will be willing and ready to share with you at the question segment. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much to Mr. Ibrahim Abioti. Now, moving to Dashebo Akinwusi, the candidate of the SDP as regards employment side, affects us a great deal as youth. We're talking about your philosophy. What's your philosophy? Reducing crime and violence that can result from unemployment. We all know that, and this workshop. What's your philosophy, your strategies in reducing crime and violence, etc.?
Thank you very much. I have passion for the youth, as I said, and one of the hope of some of those things that propelled me coming to this particular assignment is my passion for the youth. Because I know that a handle youth is a tool in the hand of the devil. Today, the youth compose about almost 45% of our population. And if between the ages of 25 and 35, people are hiding. I don't know what the future portends for them. And that's why I have had the gift of coming on board as a governor of India because of my exposure and experience in public service. Government cannot appoint everybody, not honesty. We consider employing a certain number of them to fill the existing vacancies in government. There's sufficient quite a number of vacancies in government. And because government does not want to, politicians do not want to pay salaries and what they want to manage the implications of happiness of our youth. People are very much dedicated seriously, wanting people to government. And knowing the government will take out the sizable number of them, nice people. I talked a lot of time I was talking about the change in curriculum and all the rest. Most of our graduates today, people will pride them as not employable, they are not employed. This is because they just read, they acquire the book knowledge, nothing to back it up, the kind of skills and all the rest. That's why I was thinking about changing the curriculum and the thinking of our people about certain types of jobs. Having acquired certain knowledge, through economic training and all the rest, because I want to build a form of businessmen, young businessmen and women who will do the service to all the industries that we are expecting to serve. I'm proposing to have a industrialized state. This was bringing various byproducts of agriculture to be used to feed most of this industry. But immediately, before the capital I'm talking about, I don't read that I want to expose to some small and medium scale industry. I mean, China is becoming an economy today. Can imagine power in technology today. There are lots of small manufacturing that have been done in machinery that have been produced.
You tend to replicate those functions here, you tend to raise those entrepreneurs.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. We get the power of some of these people, we take them train and train the trainers, workshops, some of these places. We bring them down, we import most of this machinery. They will get the byproduct of agriculture that they will use to function and some other things. We bring those machinery there. They will use what I'm trying to talk about is that they're going to be applied to that. Don't sit at the end of the day. They will be able to employ people, the employer of labor, we have this machinery. We have an agreement with some of these manufacturers in China to bring some of those machinery here and get people to be trained on all of these things and start their own business that way. Because the call I'm coming about is from the US. Economic America tries to make it small businessmen around. These are pockets of 5, 6 people being employed and takes a lot of people off the street to be able to be employers of labor. This will be the form of industrialization in this way, and I'm telling you that this will be a kind of what I call it, we are going to be the one that we need the industrialization of this nation. Because when these children, when these young people have acquired all this knowledge, they'll be able to set up this industry and replicate all the production all around.
All right, well, thank you so much. Now, before you drop the microphone, I think we shall ask you to react to a point raised by Mr. Ibrahim Adeoti. He talked about one Israeli model, pointing some plans for the past 9-10 years, that bringing that particular plan, model here to Osun State, talking about setting up cooperatives and raising about 5,000 of those, big-time farmers in 4 years. Do you think that's actually realizable in Osun State?
There's nothing impossible in that venture. I must tell you, cooperative society has been and whole that this country, our people have been involved in cooperative business. And in this cooperative venture in agriculture and the like, you remember the days of our Pablo was whether in mid 70s, we had that kind of venture somewhere in my forgotten country where they were then producing gari, match, commercial condition or something. These are things that we can copy, bring knowledge from Israel. Israelis have been tigers in the Middle East. They have indeed improved, and that is why when you get to Israel today, some of those industries, because they never tried, they are moving up there. Israel does not have fire, does not have even coal. The coal that power their engine, even imported from outside their country. With these kind of things, I hope that our civilization will have very difficult.
Is that the basis? Is that the only basis? If focus really on agri, really, was taking an use of unemployment. What other areas do you think? Do you think that agri is fit enough?
Yes, let me tell you, agriculture will take a lot of people hand out of the street today because people are running away from agriculture, of course, because we are still using the traditional mode and cutlass. If you see you go mechanical, the mechanized farming, it will take a lot of people off the street, and I know that agriculture will absorb the life of our unemployed country.
Thank you so much. Now to Mr. Ibrahim Odioti, I'd like you to react to particular points he made. He talked about the Israeli model. He talked about the Chinese model, really. He talked about government still giving jobs to youths. We're asking you about employment and what the plans are to actually creating employment. He talked about government employing more people, employing more youths. You agree with that?
Probably because I'm a businessman and need capitalism also for life. I don't believe it's the primary job of the government to provide jobs. I've said this even outside of politics. You see, there is this balance in our language of data, of data, over. You see, when the government provides jobs, people have this nonchalant attitude. They don't care. But when you help the corporates to become entrepreneurs, and they become like the program I told you, now employ people, they don't want it to die. That is what is being done all over the world. I've been to 47 countries.
Talking about reducing the size of government here.
Yes, we are coming to that. You are asking me a different question. You are asking me.
Through employment, you talked about bringing more people, and government should employ more youth.
We can't employ people when we can't even pay their salaries. And I think we said earlier on that with the state of the economy, it's very difficult to do a lot of things. That's why you need a leader like yourself, who is creative. You see, in the present dispensation, we've been able to raise money in 2 ways. In fairness to the government.
Please, sir. Please, I can hear noise in the crowd, in the audience, please. Let's ensure proper silence, please.
We are seeing that the debt profile of the state has gone up astronomically. That's not creation of wealth. Number 2, we have been seeing excessive taxation. The government is boasting of raising IGR from 600 million to a billion. It sounds good on paper, but as GDP don't happen, they get the extra 500 million naira. Who is paying for that? And all this money they are borrowing, that is taxation. We are paying interest on the debt. They talked about taking 11 billion from the Muslim loan.
I'm
not accusing anybody, I'm just telling you what I've said.
Okay, but then I focus mainly on government employing more people.
I'm telling you what my administration will do if we have the privilege to
remember his background as head of service.
Yes.
He's from government. you are from the private sector.
Yes.
So are you saying if you have opportunity of any government of Osun State, you would likely going to reduce the size of the workforce?
I will make sure that we create alternative, better jobs in the private
So
sector.
reducing the size of the workforce.
I'm not reducing the size of the workforce by myself.
Okay.
The policies of my government, when we have the agricultural program tracking and investors will bring their industries, the graduates will be able to have better jobs in the private sector with better remuneration. Voluntarily, you have a lot of workers leaving the public sector. Voluntarily. You see, the problem is this: when we talk about how governance is to be done in Nigeria, not just in the show, we keep talking about how it's been done for the past 50 years. We need transformational leadership, which I believe honestly can get to a generational change, which I represent. Not just my age, but the experience and exposure I have and knowledge. So I don't agree to taking people out of work. Then you are going to be destroying lives and families. We are going to keep the workers that we have. But the way to move forward is not just employing more people when you can't pay for them. The way to move forward is to bring in investors, not just from America. There are investors in Nigeria. Dangote is not an American. He's a Nigerian. Okay? Chief Otudemo is not an American. He's a Nigerian. The brother that has Zenith Bank is not an American. He's a Nigerian. We can approach local investors in Nigeria and convince them to come to Osun to invest. The moment we have jobs in the private sector, it will reduce the pressure on the government to do everything. But for us to bring that, we must be able to have an enabling environment to do it. But more importantly, we should be able to secure the investments of those that are bringing their money to set up factories in Osun State. Once we have a diverse, multifaceted platform to get jobs, then things can move forward. Again, there is something we have not talked about.
But please, just
In 1 minute, there is something we have not talked about. We keep talking about the new things that we need to do. What about the existing businesses? We have people in the marketplaces, we have barber shops, we have electronic shops. These are indigenous of Osun that we ought to be able to help with a little grant.
okay. Well, thank you. I got your point there. I think also that the audience actually disappointed. But then I think is going to react. Just 2 minutes now because it's not your own reaction then you're wrong.
Let me say that most of what the life is talking about, somebody has not they're talking about addressing the problem that is there with us.
Yeah,
That's funny.
okay.
In the school system today, we have so many vacancies for teachers. Our children understand. We take the time to fill the school. Doesn't mean I'm not talking about technical.
No, that's not for education, you know. That's for people who study education, you know.
Yeah.
What about other sectors?
Other sectors, like I said, when I'm talking about absorbing to public sector, I'm not telling you the vacancies are there. Then before we have more to the public service sector. Most of those I understand and I know, you know, including teaching staff. I'm telling you, what I was telling was that certain number of institutions in the short run come into address all of these unemployed employers. Most of them that are still in our manual, they can eventually move back. So
people believe that civil service is too big and wide, you know, and it's too large and not effective.
Those are the criticisms, but I want to tell you that they are studying that two services is the specific learning of course. People are not talking about because they are not insiders. I, as an insider, know what goes on. And I'm telling you that there's nothing to send your civil service away. Except that maybe you want to avoid, like from my hand, I say, God, I know that I will evade duplication of schedule, I know where duplication of effort and all this. Why that will be decided? There are some key areas. I know there's a lot of professional bodies in the ministry today. Count the number of farmers in the ministry of farms today. Count the number of quantity surveyor. That is the number of people that architects are not there. They are on the side.
But we saw the things talking about why employ people that you can't pay their wages. Why employ people that you can't sustain their salaries?
We say government can afford to. We are telling you as
most governments complain about a huge wage bill.
Let me tell you some of these things. You know where the KKTs are. And I'm telling you, as an minister, we drop those KKTs. The salary of workers does not cost government or the government they are talking about. The politicians that are getting all these things. Look at the percentage that goes to the salary of workers. It's not up to 45%. That's much I know.
Okay, well, thank you so much. I can get some more really in the audience, but then I'd like you to please channel those thoughts, those questions inside of you into a piece of paper, and then pass it across to the ushers who will bring for us. You will take the questions at appropriate time. Please, I'd like for us to have perfect silence in the hall. And for people moving around, please let's ensure that things are orderly. Let's ensure that we have a fine time here and follow things really through to the end. Well, we just finished talking about the employment, aspect of this particular debate. We're moving on now, and we're talking about enterprise and empowerment. Youths are vibrant, enterprising people, creative, really. Now, I'm going to ask Mr. Ibrahim Adeoti, the candidate of the UPN, sports, actually been identified as an economically viable activity. Now, I can see you smile there, if you're a sportsman. Then it takes youths away from the streets. Some people have argued, and that it spends criminal ideas, and that sounds an empowerment tool. So I ask you, what would be your sports policy, and how would you implement it?
Thank you very much, sir. Yes, I'm a Chelsea fan. No disrespect to the Gunners and the Barca fans, okay? You see, I would say that this is a very serious phenomenon. When we talk about youth, we just talk about it on the surface. We embody the very future of this country. According to my heart again, he said, if it is not us, then who? If it is not now, then when? You see, talking about sports is something I'm involved in. Everything I'm doing now, I'm not doing it because I want to be a government. This is the second time I'm running for the office. 13 years ago, when I came up from the United States, I saw the problem you are talking about. We had so many footballers in Osun State. When they go to Ibadan, Lagos, they cannot even get equipment. As a result, I created the only privately funded football club playing the National League in Osun State, Adeoti-based FC. I had 40 players, 8 officials on my payroll from my own little resources. That was as far back as 2001. I ran it for 7.5 years, playing National League Division 2, Division 1. So I've been able to accumulate the practical experience as to how far sports can take the kids. But whatever we do in 2014, 2015, and onward, it has to be modeled based on how business and governance is being done in the contemporary world. We cannot be talking about doing things the way they've been done 30, 40 years ago. The world has changed. It's a lot of technology. It's a lot of new things. It takes somebody who understands that to be able to do it.
What will be that policy? What will be that your sport policy?
My sports policy is to encourage the present stakeholders, like owners of football clubs, like owners of youth training centers, by giving them grants, by giving them support in what they are doing, and bringing in from the United States different organizations.
You're talking about football. The US is not a major football league.
It doesn't have to be about football alone. Sports is diverse.
Okay, but you majorly, talking about football.
I want to give you the example of the football which I dealt with for almost a decade with my own money and resources. So football is not the only. Look at what is going on in the Commonwealth. It's athletics or Cadbury and the rest of it. They are doing us proud. We need to help to encourage it in athletics, in wrestling, boxing, and other form of sports. This way, we can have a very vibrant society, not just by staying healthy or by creating opportunities by doing them. Osun State is endowed with a lot of young, talented people. I didn't read that in the face of the newspaper. I've been on the ground, apart from my governor, through my Vision of Hope Foundation, doing motivation speaking across the state, doing programs with teachers and kids, I've been to entire sports, I've supported so many schools with desktops, with scholarship, and I know what it takes because I have practical and personal experience to deliver.
Okay, well, thank you, Mr. Ibrahim Adeos. On your question, Elder Shema, you was talking about sport. When you get your time to react to sports policy, probably in terms about your sports policy also. We're talking about intercultural empowerment. We're asking the question of sports as a means of empowering the youth. But I would like to ask you, what practical steps would you take to improve opportunities, educational training in the state that goes beyond giving out of others?
Yes, each time I come to mention of father, I have a lot of them that are my friends. Some of them are even with me this morning to pay some solidarity to me. I told them Okada is not the kind of business that I pray for any of them. It should be a short gap thing for them, do it for 1, 2 years, and do for something better. Because, for example, I told them, besides the cold and expose their chest to driving in this weather, the fuel that comes out of the base of their pipe exhaust pipe is very dangerous to their head, and it can cause as short as 5 years from their lifetime. And so I'm not interested in that of it's not all. I have always people read through my social media, and into my manifesto, and talk about talent to be a part of what we do to take some of our necessary youth from the street. Sport was one, film industry was another one, then music. Music is another one. Actually, I'm going to music is one of those training points all over the place today. People are watching sport and want to learn. Want to encourage those talents. That's what I was talking about vocational training, the kind of entrepreneurial training that some of these ones are what our students will buy when they are young. Because you may be a doctor, at the end of the day, maybe it's not the stethoscope that you need to make a livelihood. Some of these occasions that you just come across. But then there's an example I want to give you. When I used to make dating, I won't mention her name today, we were studying in university. I think I left the university a year or two before her. She left, went to started teaching, was not satisfied with teaching, and went to read law. The master of law. She had clear for so they call it compassion society today. The glory of God after she finished her law school, she thanked God that she lived for a law party, slightly bigger than this. But because she had passion in fashion designing, she employed about almost 50 apprentices and bought almost equal number of industrial machines. She was then making a livelihood from fashion designing. That person is the fact that she had two degrees. One was in law. So what I'm trying to say that some of these vocations, you like the same degree, for some of these people at the end of the day to rely upon.
How will you introduce this vocational training? Yes, no. Practical ways.
So someone like I said, we started from different levels from school. Yes, from school. That's what I'm talking about changing the curriculum and all the rest. That the people will start to learn some of this trade. And I told if I have my way, immediately after SS class, they spend 1 year to find one vocation or the other. So that don't know what to happen. At the end of and that's one of those
what classes starts.
Maybe after SS. Before you enter university, you acquire standard skill. And that's one of those the advantages that the ones that they are to stay somewhere in school.
Ladies and gentlemen, please.
Acquire some of these skills which may be useful for them in the future. And that's what I'm talking about today. Our students are traveling to sport, traveling to music, just to the film industry. These are ways that we get for help. This group to pay them out of unemployment and peace.
And to ask you now, what will be your sport policy, towards making our youth economically viable?
A sport policy? Yes,
talking about, again, the next one.
When we started, I actually have to say all I have to thank for it. I was trying to say that education is not complete without sports. When you get to from schools today, especially most of our private schools, thank God that country government are putting their left hand. It's not even program activities for children to be able to develop because it's not just books alone. They have to recreate and all the rest. It's part of this recreation that some of these people pick up this extra what call it initiative and target to reach their target. My daughter today is in Canada. She took all interest in watching cartoon one night, watching cartoon for cartoons to develop the profession as it's now taking their life with them. So some of these things when we say the first point we are talking about is practice of school. When we have recreational facilities in school, we develop recreational facilities to ensure that all schools we have playground. That's why I'm always very sad when I pass through Osun Grammar School. I found that that their playground is now a built up place now, providing more for the students to recreate or even to develop their skills around them. So we enjoy all we make sure that they provide educational facilities in school from where all these things can be developed. And they are making a point of failure all over the place. And the college like Abadi has said, it has the football team. And we encourage people like him to own their own stadium. Most of these big teams they are looking in England, they are premier clubs. They own their own stadium. So that all of them can provide facilities for our children to be able to develop their skills.
Time to education, actually improve communication and unity people right from that last Thank you. I'd like to ask you, really, what your process to improve your opportunities for pursuits and educational training. Thank you.
Can you repeat the question, please?
What be your own way of doing empowering the youth and occupational training stage?
I don't see Okada as an occupation to start with. I think it's something that is very quite unfortunate that we have families who rely on that. Now, what would I do? When you talk about creation of opportunities, some of the aspects we've already discussed, the entrepreneurial and the agricultural. But what about the artisans? I'm talking about our bricklayers, our carpenters, the plumbers, I'm talking about the electricians. How do they things work? I have a plan. My plan is very simple. And I'll break it down to you now. We are going to build hundreds of shops, affordable modern shops across the state through direct labor. We are going to use the bricklayers in those localities. We are going to use the carpenters in those localities. This way, the money can stay within the local economy. When Abakan was the governor of Osun State, he did a great job with the state secretariat. As beautiful as it is still direct labor. So that is what my government intends to replicate. So the artisans in Osun State should realize help us in a way. The schools that the present administration is building is a very good thing. However, I will continue doing that using direct labor. I will not be using prefabricated Chinese materials to get it done. The money needs to stay in Osun State. And our mothers, our sisters, our daughters that are going to be using these shops will be able to afford it. I'm not going to give them the shop that costs 250,000 like we had in my money. The shops will cost 3,000, not more than 5,000 every month. Something affordable. I'm not daydreaming. They are doing it presently in Osun State. You have families there. Call and find out. Is it true that they have shops in Ondo State where they are paying 3,000 creating in those states. It's not in America. It's not in Ghana. What stops us from doing that in Russia? So we intend to make life easy for the populace. And by the way, like the funding that was just given to the traders, just 3 weeks to the election by the present administration of 200 million naira. I'm not going to wait to look for a second time before I give you the facilities in terms of interest-free loans and grants to help support local businesses in the state. That is our plan. When we do this, we are going to take care of entrepreneurs, we are going to take care of existing businesses, and we are going to be able to help the artisans as well. We need to create an independent economy within Osun State. The money needs to stay here. When we empower people, we'll be able to create wealth. They'll be able to employ people. Unemployment will go down. And there will be lesser crime. Right now, we have autism all over the place, even in primary schools. I will not be locking kids up when they run into trouble. I will work with the churches and the mosques through the Islamic and the Christian organization to give these kids guidance and counseling programs whereby we can change them for the better. They are kids. If they run into trouble, we have the responsibility to try and turn them around. My government is going to be a government based on compassion. So that is the plan. We need to understand that it's not about somebody coming here and telling you what they want to do. Hold me responsible to my record. My record speaks for itself. These are things I've done. I've gone across schools in Osun State. Over the years, when I was running for nothing, doing motivational speaking, talking to kids on the need to have the care of God, good moral values, tenacity of purpose, respect for achievements, love your parents, see your neighbors as an extension of your family to have a better place. I have a restaurant in Oshogbo, and I'm an employed labor. I've employed so many young people. If you go to my office division of Hope, I've employed so many graduates that have worked for me. These are verifiable facts. I'm not making them up. I've done this in the last 40 years with the little resources that I have. And I'm engaged doing it. I'm not just sitting in my living room like Babalai. No. I'm in the field working with the people for more than a day. Even in the process, I've had terrible experiences. There was a time I was going to Asia on this same program. I had accident. Terrible. I've been through it because I care and I love my people and I want to serve, not as a leader, but as a steward, as somebody that will deliver on the promises and the deadlines of democracy. Thank you very much.
Please, let's remember that we, at the start of this program, said that we're not going to entertain any jeering, any bullying, any clapping, any sneering, no singing of party slogans. Please, no interference, really. When the time is right, we'll take your participation, we'll take your questions, then which is very, very close now. But then I seem to have deduced that one of the main area, actually that you have pivoted that you will see is regards employment. Is employment and empowerment and enterprise seems to point to education, seems to tying all these plans with education right from the cradle, bringing it up, changing the curriculum to affect the society. You as a private person, you're talking about actually not bringing many people into the government workforce again. You're talking about vacancies in government. Despite the fact that governments all over Nigeria talk about a huge wage bill, saying that there's still some space on the field to reduce unemployment. You seem to be saying that we're going to do more because possibly because we're back as a private person. I hope I get you right. That you're going to work more to empower and actually ensure that the private sector takes more of the responsibility of employing people.
Hello? Yeah, I thought I was on. Anyway, I have to remind you, sir. I said something earlier. We must do government in 2014, the way government is being done elsewhere and it's working. I'm not talking about America now. Go to Ghana, then you will see how government is there. It's about contemporary 2014. You cannot sustain having employing more and more people if already almost half of the allocation.
But there are people insisting that there are spaces that in fact the present workforce, I mean, some of them are even overworked, if I get it right, that some fields actually need more people.
Yes, but the way I'm raised, not just as a business, is whatever I want to do. The question is, can I afford it? The first question.
He said government can afford.
Well, I don't know what his numbers are. When we gave the number, that about 45% of the allocation already is going to salaries. Then, when you're talking about oral recurrent expenditures, capital expenditure, servicing of the debt profile, that's a lot of money. I don't have a problem with employing people where it is necessary. However, the way government is there now in the 21st century is to make sure that we encourage not just bringing foreign investors, like I told you. There are many investors in Nigeria. And by the way, the present administration is spending over 200 million naira a month on the OES program. Okay? So, spending hundreds of millions to employ people that, one, are not being paid adequately, 10,000 naira for graduates. If you put together the numbers, I know many graduates here. I don't want to mention names. They have shops. If you support their business with 250,000, they will do better. And they will even employ at least one person that telling them to sweep the floor and collect 10,000 naira a month.
But and I would like to react to that.
Most of the things that my life is saying are long time. Unemployment,
Let's wait in Deborah.
unemployment is an emergency today, whether we like it or not. When I said, and that's why I said I will declare emergency on unemployment of youth to take the large number of them. Because when you have said, and you bring the best of, I want to Lord know how long it takes to bring the best of and to set up the figuring my road in various parties to have to take from the top and all the rest. I'm talking about an emergency now. Something that needs to be attacked right now. That's why I said, and I said, we can still up with this. Like I said, my young campaign, we even, some of them that are already government employment, they even opt out when they see how some of their friends are thriving outside. But for now, we need to address an emergency on the youth.
Please allow us to maintain power and silence, please. Please, let's maintain power and silence. Shortly, we'll take your questions. Time is just very for us to take your questions. All the stuff, we like you to channel them to paper, pass them to emotions, put on, bring questions for us here, for them to respond. But then remember that each of the questions must be directed to a particular candidate. Each of the questions must be directed to a particular candidate. I think we need to take a break now and for us to get those questions and we can continue. We're moving on to before. Okay, that's the
Part of what I think will be my manifesto. I'm declaring economic emergency for the economy, for the youth unemployment. The economy will take care of what you talk about. When the Obama came on board, there was the problem that Christ America, Economic America strategy. It is something what we call economic stimulus. It's something like that we want to do with when they come on board. We speak an economic stimulus to the various segments of the economy. The artisan, the marketing men, the farmers, the students, and like I talked, we don't want unemployed benefit for the unemployed graduates. But what I say that we need emergency economic plan and for the economy as well as youth unemployment in this nation. Because of my experience, I was head of family. If I tell this not in my office, 6, 7 of them are on their trying to do public. Some of them say that it's only I've played the back the past inside the go. It's only messenger of things that I'm trying to stay at home. Unfortunately, my parents does not afford people. So they still have solution and teaching how to let I don't feel.
How do you attend to them then when they come?
No, I don't ask them. My son, my daughter, here I have no power to employ people. Go to first one, go to civil service commission, you can help you. But
When you're at the end of the service,
yes,
you work there.
yes, I present my camera for everybody. Those are the people that are already defending that have left the party, but those that are coming into the service, those are the civil service commission has the statutory power to appoint, promote, and visit the commission. So I can't become their power. So they are the ones to appoint. So when they are already in the system, that are now presented over them and head of that. So,
Mr. Adioti, the other just looked at the scenario where you come to his offices, in his office, very on a daily basis, he asked him to join his shoes and treated those people.
I've been in these shoes several times, and I've given them many jobs. They are still working with me. You can check out the delivery. I've helped those who are unemployed in the West. Some with money, others with advice, others with information that can help or introducing them to other people. I'm not saying this to politics. I've gone here and done this. I've told you, it's true we have an emergency in the unemployment market. But the number one emergency social is the emergency of hunger. People are hungry. Okay? Therefore, my health program is not going to be what to be. It's eat to live. Eat to live.
Please.
You see,
Please.
I've already told you our long-term solution to the problem of agriculture. But in the short term, by the special grace of God, within 10 days, I'm going to make sure that we bring in food staple production in large quantities, like gari, rice, and what subsidized, so that people can at least eat. I'm on the streets and talk to my people, especially the
You're
youth.
talking about subsidy here.
Yes,
When in fact most states, most countries seem to be removing subsidy.
that's not correct. In the United States of America, we have people
Please.
referred to as the stone cold of our country. Don't believe me. You have the blood, they will laugh. Don't believe it. America is the number one country when it comes to subsidizing its farmers. Big time, in billions of dollars. Because they understand you cannot be hungry.
Your plan is to leave. You're going to subsidize.
Eat to live, yes.
Eat to leave.
I will make sure you have food in your belly to survive. Not to start jogging every Sunday.
Well, you know, we have a problem with subsidy in Nigeria. It's even if we go to the operations. But please, decorum, please. Decorum, please. I understand it's getting interesting, even more interesting. I completely understand that. Please, then let's maintain the level of decorum for us to have peace, and let things run fine here. We're talking about something. So we are about producing subsidy. Government is not here in Nigeria producing subsidy, but it's not getting the end users.
Well, I am not going to be held responsible for what somebody else has done.
Okay, how will you do your own?
I've told you, hold me responsible to my pledge. I'm not saying this by hallucinating.
You're saying blind trust, you're talking about people's practical terms. How you ensure that it doesn't go the other way, the way it has been going since these years.
Everything that works is based on management and sense of responsibility. Everything that fails is due to the lack of management and lack of the sense of responsibility. Chicken, that's what it is. If you want to be putting people in a position of trust publicly, you must make sure that you look at their antecedents. Saturday, the problem that we have is that we have people in government who only come as because they have money to bribe and do scandal and they think they have a sense of entitlement because they have big things to happen to God others. We we have to change that. Our destinies are in our hands, and we're going to make it become it. Make us that destiny. The moment we can change our mindset as to how we think and see things will change. I have proven in Nigeria, not in America, in Osun right here, for the past 14 years. Some of those things I told you, I still have other things I still talk about. Engaging myself with the common man and woman. I understand their pain because they know me, I know them, I've been part of what they're doing on a daily basis.
When it comes to that, that seems to be the leadership, but we'll be looking at the statesman level. So, but already not now, really. But oftentimes, when leaders say the government is system, and the people need it. I would like to talk to you now. Because we're going to start taking questions. Now, the questions are here with me, and then we'll take those questions. We have just 2 minutes each, so I'm going to respond to those questions. Now, I'll start with the candidate social party. And that's I shared I came with. I have this question here. And someone asking you that the former head of service in this state is asking what has been your contribution to eradicate unemployment amongst youth.
Yes, maybe it's an opportunity to let people know that when you are talking about government, each agency of government or each arm of government has its own functions and responsibilities. The head of service, as the name connotes, is the head of the workforce. His schedule is restricted to the welfare of the people, of the workers under him, their promotion, their advancement, their training, and all the rest. About appointment, it's not the duty, like I mentioned, it's not the duty of the head of service office to appoint anybody. I do not even have power to appoint a clerk. The permanent secretary within his ministry can appoint between level 1 to level 6. Level 7 and above belong to the Civil Service Commission and the rest. Head of service office has such power. My office is to present over the welfare of workers. That's all. But I have one prerogative. That is when, before that office of establishment and training, we now call human resources ministry. Well, it used to be under me. I used to double as a commissioner general. What I can only do is to get that ministry to go around the ministries, each agency of government, to declare vacancies, which are the vacancies that exist in government. Even when it does that, I will take this to Civil Service Commission. We have vacancies in this grade, recruit for us. When the crisis of unemployment came about, sometime about 2005, I can't remember. I went to the government and said, government, the way things are going, we are living an aged civil service. We are need for us to get new blood into the system.
So you advise government accordingly.
Pardon?
You advise government.
Yes. So when you get the approval, you need so many number of things that I think have to take that request, that approval to the Civil Service Commission to recruit. They did not make that recruitment on the government after 18 months. They took it to the party level to share and put themselves out there. That is the journey of the head of service. I got the approval for them to recruit. But because it has their own power, the Civil Service Commission has the power to recruit to promote that. So the head of service cannot recruit anybody. That's not the purpose.
But in one second, now, I think 1 second is honest. Say, perform meritoriously during your time on the service issues. Would you say you performed to the best of ability meritoriously during your time on your time?
That's the question for me, because it's not like to say the right. But if I did not perform, you know this, sometimes I let the party, the president of whom is in this state, and he cannot got a brand new job for me. I did what I said for this party. If I didn't be president, if I never perform, if I was never a performer, I couldn't have done that for me.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, and please, let's reduce this number. Let's contain everyone in this hall. Now, this question is to you, Mr. Ibrahim, the candidate of the UPN. This person is asking, what will be the time frame for you to actualize your free education project. Especially institutions that you want as the government. This is actually some people.
Yes, I intend to complete in the first year of being government.
First year of your government.
Yeah, because the reason is this. When you get into office, there will be a transitional period. But don't forget, whoever becomes the governor, they will be active as to work with the ABC movement. We have all the legislatures in the next 6 months. They are more from the ABC. I have excellent relationship with people across the high. I believe the legislators are gentlemen. They are people that believe in Osun about their interests. So my intention when we get into the office of the governor is to work with them and intimate them with what we are trying to achieve. So that by the time the budget is kick in, all the necessary requisites in terms of funding and what have you will have been prepared. But we need a year for us to be able to put everything right. It cannot be done on the first day. But within 30 days, I intend to put a stop to hunger in Osun State through my subsidized program of food staples.
To ask that people to react to that, putting an end to hunger and poverty. It's unsustainable. Do you think it's realizable?
Yes, I am not a politician. I have been the midst of politicians all my life. No politicians talk to both sides of their mouth. But in all honesty, some of these things may not be. Only when you get to government, you know the challenge of government. It is not as easy as you are saying. You continue to take an inventory of what you require. It needs time. You guys to collect data and all the rest. So that's why you don't be the content here. It's time to have those data before you go there. In all honesty, the different type of people you talk here and after that session. Some of us are in that session, we know how it looks like.
Well, it's going to react just short.
Yeah, I need a minute to kill it. You see,
We're not really anything. Mr. Bill.
no, I'm sorry, I'm just you see, I'm prepared for what I'm doing. That's it. I'm not coming in because I believe I'm entitled to be here. Presently, our governor, according to him, has spent 3.6 billion every year in the last 3.5 years on the food program for the kids in the schools, which is a very good program. But as a restaurant owner, both in the United States, although I sold out that and in Nigeria, I know that it's not possible for you to be spending the same amount of dollars every year on food, or naira on food. If I spent 3.6 billion 2 years ago, it's going to have brought down maybe by 20% or 30%, which is what my new program is going to do.
Why is that? Why would it come down?
It will come down because you are buying in bulk. Number one. Number two, our agri program we are feeding and we will be producing locally. We don't want to import. When I talk about subsidizing in the first 30 days, I intend to sign that bill and send it to us to make sure that we subsidize right away. It's something difficult to do. I have information of how to get this done.
Please, decorum, please. Decorum, please.
So the problem we have, like I gave you the number of the school food program, is that the way we prioritize spending. I gave another example on the money being spent on the OES program, which we have used as an inducement through grants and interest loans to existing businesses and those young graduates to set up their own businesses. It will have gone a long way to keep them employed instead of them just collecting 10,000 every month for 1 year, getting picked up of the program. That is what I intend to do.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Adeos. Well, the next question is to candidate of the Social Democratic Party that I shared for our views now. This person is asking, what's your plan is? What is your plan to better life for salaries in March?
Thank you very much. That's my immediate consistency. And I know what has been going on. But I must tell you, sadly, the last 2 years I've left the family. It is not the family that I've left 2 years ago that it is today. First of all, civil service today is politicized. And institution where the political civil service is going to take very decided to the this state. This is because these are the core officers that are supposed to be anonymous, that are supposed to be neutral, are supposed to be passionate. When you now attend to party rallies and meetings, it doesn't go well.
Some of the kids joined your time.
I was celebrating from 8 years, 8 months. It is not on record that I attended one political meeting or rally throughout my career. And good implications. I always explain this scenario. In 1997, when the British were handing over Hong Kong to the Chinese after 99 years of colonial rule, they pleaded for two institutions to be preserved. The first was the civil service, the second was the judiciary. I continue to say this because the civil service has an important role to play in the democratic setting. At the moment you now politicize the civil service, it can deal with, and before no rule. And they are still on the result today. When the government is now for campaign rally, they now create political statements. It doesn't go well. But having said that, orientation will start. There are a lot of tested hands that have left, a lot of experienced hands that have left, to look for a way to bring that down. First of all, there will be massive training, there will be training of our officers, local and international. And more importantly, too, I want to enlist the services of some of our retired colleagues to be consultants, in various fields of the service, train them, expose them to new methods of administration and the like. And my mission today is I know where to shoot pinching the civil servant. They cannot play with their promotion. I want to assure them that their promotion will stand we don't as I went, but that was what I did for the entire period that was there. And for those years they reached their promotion. The regular payment of salary is so important to the civil servant and to economy like Osun State. Because it's only when civil servants get their salary that people have something to lay about.
Okay, now let me ask one more question to that. I'm talking about the welfare of the civil service. I expand smart state of the civil service.
Oh, that's what I'm telling you.
Okay, then aside the welfare aspect, how would you ensure that it gets more effective and efficient?
No, I started. First of all, that's the
not for the welfare, but in some other.
I'm going to address that all. I talked about the training and the for some most of them were fired. A lot of testing that have left. And the kind of things that I think on my mind before I left was that everything servant is able to compare from his colleagues in the private sector. The managerial able to expand management like manager in CFAO, like the labor program.
That in terms of salaries also, competing with the private sector.
Let me tell you that there has been a lot in the life of servants today. And I know how to bring that down to talking about. There are some of them that may not demand form of salary, that may demand form of allowances and of needing a benefit to them, for some of this, that we encourage them and prepare them to do committed to the job that that's why I'm telling you that I like the job. You bring a student man to keep on there, to then wait for the job. And what civil servant only the reality that the government civil servant needs for any job. I always tell them that's why you will not see me go to address them as a group. I can see people are not talking before I'm calling because I can't go and be addressing them and get them together the way something is done today. That even if you money today, not
okay, well, thank you. I just like Mr. Ibrahim to react to that. How, perspective, how you will ensure that the civil service is effective. That was short.
Thank you, sir. It's not something you can fix in I know that most stand very well. I've had a lot of athletes and I have a lot of supporters in stand and I've done programs with myself. But you see, the thing is, a lot of the problems he has enumerated have always been there, people really listen to service. The problem was then how did you themselves. Did he improve some of them? Yes. And that's why I know I thank you for the service. But there is nobody except somebody like that will come in and tell you I can solve everything I want. But there are things that need to be fixed. The first thing we have to do is to make sure we are paying on time. You see, in Osun, especially in the last few years, we have situations some civil servants are not paying 9 months, 6 months. That's not, it's not, they are permanent. Okay? We need to pay them on time. I think it's very, very important. It's something I'm going to do during my own administration.
That's for the welfare. That's for the welfare.
Now, number two, as far as the civil servants are concerned, we need to take seriously the issue of minimum wage. I won't sit here because of political reasons and start telling you the moment I get to office, I will start paying minimum wage right away. For sure, it's not that right now because we have a lot of economic challenges. But I do believe if we implement, which are pledged to do, into better all our economic programs, especially the agricultural program, that will start yielding dividend in terms of taxes on investment income. Right now, personal incomes are being taxed in Osun. People are overtaxed. I want to tax investment income. The kind of money that Osun will generate in the next 2 to 3 years of being in government, I can pledge to you, and I'm pledging to you right now, 3 years to our government at the most, we will start implementing the minimum wage. So that we're showing
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
within 3 years, not the first year, because Osun is a bonanza right now. All we depend on is allocation and borrowing money. We cannot sustain that. The economic program I have that will create wealth through creation of opportunities, the green program and investment opportunities, we will be able to start taxing companies after 2 years of doing business.
Okay, well, I'm still focusing on the company. I'm asking about reforms to make civil service more effective and efficient.
The way you make it effective and efficient is first of all to give them the impetus to do it. I've said it, now you have to pay people on time. You are talking about effective, I know these big people can do that, and people are hungry. You need to pay their salaries on time. I'm not expecting them to be effective. We are not human. You have to pay them on time. You can't have a situation whereby people are being held up, they can't pay their school fees, they can't pay their house rent. Some people cannot even afford to pay their bills in their house. Our government is going to put a stop to that. We are going to make sure that through training and introduction of technology, that a lot of paperwork and bureaucracies can be reduced. If you go to many ministries today, they still work with the file. It's like they tell you, after the one night, or you go with they are looking for the file. Our government is going to make sure that we introduce ICT into public service. It will make their job easier and it's going to expedite public service. This way we can have records that can be kept and that can stand the test of time. And we can use this data as indices to measure where we are, what we need to do, and where we are going to.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Mr. Ibrahim was talking about introducing ICT to the civil service to make it more effective and efficient. Well, this question is for you, really, and it's about let's give you March as the governor of the state. Will you continue the project already in projects?
The project of our organization.
If that's what person meant.
Absolutely. The government made us to realize that we borrowed a lot of money. We admitted it. At least I carry admitted it, and I still have it on my laptop. We borrowed money, and I think that money borrowed and we used to pay for the whole project. So I see no reason why the project should be stopped. The road construction, forget politics, it's a very, very good program which I'm financialized it, and I thank him for it. Also coming from Oshogo and other areas. I really appreciate what he has done. Although we have done it differently, yes, whereby we finish one segment before we start the other. but it started something good.
It started
It started something good. I committed to it, and by the grace of God, if I have the opportunity to continue in the office on November, I intend to complete the road projects that our governor has embarked on.
What about other projects?
Well, the other projects I'm aware of is like the resuscitation of the water works, which is another very big one. The water works project, it's something wonderful. I have a reservation as to ask about that, but I don't want to, slight him from making attempt at this. That's one of the problems
Oh,
politics.
I think we'll come back to that. Yes, you also some projects. Then I come to one of the projects because of the question of that particular project. Now, about school policy. Let's first take this question, which is for Elder Sheikh people say, this person is asking, he's saying that football has been the only recognized sports division. The person who wrote this question saying that football has been the only recognized sport in Osun, and saying, how do you intend to equip other sporting activities?
Yeah, thank you very much. The sport, some of us also are guilty of focusing on football alone. I must tell you that all other sports are equally important. We have the sport council. The sport council and the likely tomato, and we have seen their performances in national competitions all around. I'm going to feature before within the first 10 15 in the nation all their competition. This is because of the caliber of people that are our sport council. We were encouraged, like I said, people started starting their job from primary school, from secondary school. Some of these programs are talking about with the field. This is because if we organize competition among schools. And remember in those days when we were secondary school, the systems and family, there used to be Alluvian game. It was a conglomerate of Anglican secondary schools across the whole Western region. So that's the grammar school, Teacher Grammar School, Junior College, and all the rest. That option was held every year, and it was the spiritual cause of picking good athletes, not necessarily in football. If and when the time comes, we ensure that all this kind of competition are resuscitated. Mind you, we will not, we don't want to limit this sponsorship of all of these individuals. Thank God for the life of Alaji Adeosun. We want people like that we don't focus mainly on football, that we want to take some other part, sponsorship for some of these competitions, and bring their children from secondary school, various secondary school to compete and earn for talent, so that they are not just restricted to. We have seen what our civil athletes are doing today at Commonwealth Games. They have not had all the football there. It's only athletic movement and track events that has affected our recognition at that time. So I will give all effort and support to promoting other sports besides football.
And through school sports here also, and that will be the method through which we achieve this through school sports. Okay, well, thank you. Now, to Honorable Deputy, bit of an Mr. This question is free, about education. This person is asking that, considering the fact that some schools have been abolished, all the new ones are being built, what would you do with the school building you revoke the present school policy? Okay. The other one is about how you will make teachers in public schools work more effectively. And the third one, really, it's about education, is this person is asking that you are advocating for free education here in Osun State at a high level. He's saying, how free is education in America for your children's school?
Good question. First of all, I've had the first question several times. I never said I'm demolishing the new buildings for the record because I will propaganda this to start running with it. Of course, they are good things. They are going to keep the new buildings. Remember, when they are building the new buildings, there are students going to school there before. Okay? So the students in those places will be using the present buildings. And some of the pits that they've taken away from where they are, we are going to put up structure in their own school through direct labor so that our artisans can have some money. Now, I've answered that. Next question.
How you intend to make teachers in public school work more effective?
The way you make teachers to be more effective, first thing first, you must pay them on time. I can't do that enough. I can give you examples of so many schools, which you yourself know. Secondary school, even the polytechnic, you just came back from a strike. It's all about not compensating them on time. A hungry man is a hungry man. We are going to make sure we pay them on time. We are going to give them free training, adequate training at interval, refresher courses for the teachers. When you give refresher courses and give adequate compensation to teachers, absolutely you perform. That is what happened when I was in the Yoruba school. I'm talking from practical experience. They were not paying our teachers months of salary. They were not paying on time in the 80s, even when we had the military. And our teachers, they go on refresher courses, and they are one of the best, some of the best teachers we ever find out there. And that is why, go and check out the people that I went to school. Going to is a big time second Lagos. And all my friends are welcome to Yoruba school. The candidates, they are doing fine. So I intend to continue that trend. The last question.
Yes, it's about you advocating for free higher education in Osun State, and the person is asking, how free is education in America where you're advocating for the foreign stuff?
First of all, there is free education in America, not to the university level, except you have a scholarship. But in the primary school, and what over there we call it the pre-K, the elementary, the middle, and the high school. Okay, it's free for the public schools. It's free. But as far as the colleges are concerned, which is university in Nigeria, if you are an indigenous, you pay half of what the foreigner will pay.
If you're an American.
If you're an American or a resident, you pay half. You don't pay the full thing. Now, the dynamics of America and Nigeria are different. In the sense that America is a developed economy. And we have to realize that for us to truly resuscitate our economy in Osun, and not only of Lagos or somewhere else, where they have better economy, we must not make education something difficult for our young ones, especially who are in polytechnics and universities. I told you already, I will use part of my security votes, like the Kurocha is doing right now. I'm not daydreaming, there's a government doing it right now. Now. Okay? So if Kurocha can do it, and by the way, I'm not a Kurocha, but in a little way, I've been a philanthropist. In the little I have. Kurocha was a philanthropist before he got there. That's why it's able to do this thing. And that's why I keep reminding our people, you have to make sure you check people's record and what they have done over the last 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Not what they are saying when they want to do it. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. Now, still talking about education that you will see. This person asks how what your plans are to ensure that the welfare capacity of teachers are competitive to prevent frequent industrial action, especially at higher institutions.
Thank you very much. I want to say without being a modest, for the first 7 years when I was head of service and for the last government, I was not to fight after 24 hours in this thing. I found to correct it, I was not to fight for 24 hours. This fight only started when the government came on board. That's because people are not doing things the right way to do. So I record today that I negotiated the best salary grade level for civil servants in this state. Only Bayelsa State that has the higher pay scale than Osun State prior to the last minimum wage. Osun State was the highest in the Southwest and second only behind Bayelsa. This is because we had, we were doing things the normal way. There are ways to do things, but when particular government comes to work, knows the way and the norms and value of the system, that's when things started to change the truth. And that was what has been largely responsible for the unrest, even the tertiary education today. Tertiary education was, there was no restlessness in that setting because we knew what to do. I want to keep negotiation when it comes to salary and the likes. And when I was doing that, the concurrent that of those demon leaders that sit around, they knew how do I win. If I was able to do that, even at the head of that, how that God to know I want to see the executive because there are certain things I cannot do there, because I have to take concurrence for the approval of my chief executive. Now being the chief executive, everything that concerns the welfare of the worker and teachers like you said, they are fair. Remember that 27.5% was paid to teachers. State implemented it. I want some of these that negotiated even at the national level, for the failure of that thing. And therefore, because I know that I did all of these things, and the part of what I have now, to be a part of incentive to retain our teachers, to give them the kind of sense of meaning belonging to the system. Not only salary, even training, even mentoring. What to say that we have mentors because there are some people that today they are not there because they didn't have a product job and they are not proud to be teachers. Want to mentor them, the way that they say also get the environment for this environment for that job to be for have job pay job satisfaction. There is no that job satisfaction. And I know the way to do it. I have been the way, I have known, I have negotiated, I have been the head of government leadership. So they do take the worker. And I've never engaged, I've never encouraged the workers for the time I had the opportunity to do that. The period that the bubble was when I was in distrust. When they didn't trust the system to handle it and not the rest. I want to tell you because I have had that experience. I had that experience. I will not allow teachers from that government over anything because I need them to ensure that my program succeeds.
From the mic, Elder Gibbons, I'm going to ask you this quickly. How will you ensure active youth participation governance? That's one. Two, what practical steps will you take to ensure youth participation in agriculture?
Thank you very much. I am strongly thought that youth makes up about 45% of our workforce. And since the delivery policy of the Social Democratic Party that they are bringing a set of young people to take over government. I was telling you when I came and I said I was too old for this job. But because I wanted, I got the union and family, that's why I'm coming on board. Some of us to rest and see and push this young one up because of the youth, their energy, their resourcefulness, their determination to achieve and all the rest. I want to give them the level playing ground. That's how they are standing for the ages between 25 and 35. About 25 to 30% of all the elective and appointed vote for the youth in our party. Because we will reserve between 25 and 30% of all elective and appointed vote for youth. Because we need to inject all of these one born to the system. I always tell people that we have two classes in Nigeria today, the very rich and the very poor. Yes, we need for us to bring that middle class and the top of the youth fit into that model. That's why I believe that we need to encourage the youth to come early enough to see that gap, especially when we know that the mentality of some of our leaders is out of the almost 32 years power. And they are not becoming 10 I think I explained that. It's not only when you know somebody that you have to aspire to a particular group. I had my technical career as head of study as a student for 35 years. I didn't know anybody from other, but I rose on the ramp, to the agitate the other side. I want to give everybody especially you, to be able to actualize all their potential, all their aspirations to reach this limit of their
culture. Your practical steps you will take that to ensure active participation and culture.
Agriculture, yes. In agriculture, I believe that our youth are not addressed by agriculture because of Cameroon's way and culture in different practice. Between the old tradition of hoe and cutter, we want to introduce mechanized farming. Mechanized farming, like I said, can two farmers can feed almost the entire place if they have all the land to feed. And I continue telling you that the fact of food here can produce all the tomatoes, all the patatas, and all the life that people can eat if we mechanize the day agriculture. That is what I want to use to attract. I told you that one of the areas that you want to do is the agriculture. So you want to mechanize agriculture and make the good that they can attract it to agriculture. We respond so that we respond to agriculture through this method.
Well, thank you, Honorable Mr. Fields. I don't know what I'm calling you honorable, but then Mr. Fields, you are a youth, virtue of the fact that you're the youngest candidate this fall. I'm going to ask you one of the questions. How would you ensure youth participation in governance through your administration in elected?
Thank you, sir. But first, on this important thing that needs to be done by anyone to engage the youth is to lead by example. Lead by example. I intend to lead and lead a selfless style of leadership. I will be involved with the community. I will let the young people realize that being in government is not just about what you benefit, but what you give and your sense of responsibility. Our youth today, they don't believe in our country going because we lack inspirational leadership. We see our leaders saying one thing and looting the treasury at the same time. How do you expect a young man to have a sense of sacrifice when he sees you living a very ostentatious and lavish lifestyle? It does not work that way. I'm not in government. Already I've been showing you people how to lead in different capacities. I will encourage our youth when I'm in government to engage government not necessarily when they are given position. It does not matter when you become a governor or house of rep or honorable before you can feel your state leader. The example I played, when I ran 7 years ago, I lost. I came third after our own election before the court gave me the mandate. I had the opportunity to serve in the next government if I chose to. But I went back to Vision of Hope Foundation. And you know the words of Vision of Hope Foundation? Empowerment of the community for the future. I wrote on the carpet, we gave over 700 teachers free comprehensive ICT training programs. I intend to lead by example. I intend to engage the youth by giving them a sense of purpose. I don't want them coming to be petty. I want them to be empowered through entrepreneurship skills and grants and help both in the vocational and in the conventional training.
Well, thank you. Well, if I may ask, about the opposition starters, selecting positions. Be structure composition of your own candidates, your governments, as fine participation.
Thank you. The youth will be very active. Okay? But first and foremost, merit. Merit. Merit.
Well, thank you. Now, I'm going to ask you this question which I ran it's about what you intend to do. That is about ability and output. And then the other question is about what your administration will do to promote small and medium-scale enterprises in the state.
Thank you very much, sir. As far as the problem of electricity is concerned, it's a very complex problem. I know the easy political answers to give to it. But since I don't try to say things because they are politically convenient or expedient, I will tell you what, in my plan, I know of investors, not of paper, like Ashok Agadan, is a Russian investor. He's one of our professors within the business line in Russia. He's here personal relationship. I don't know if you guys are putting everything I'm telling you. They will come to Russia by the special grace of God, and they are going to invest into the power plant generation through coal power and some other energy resources.
Okay, another research is a good position at this point because of time. We need to take your closing remarks now. Like I said, the program is starting. Like to start with sharing our inputs and then what you like to do. Closing statement on this.
Yes,
Take standing.
Ladies and gentlemen, the last 100 or 4 minutes ago, we have been listening to you what are my inspirations, what are my qualities that I will face when I come to government and how I will tackle them. I want to assure you that because of my pedigree, because of my track record, because of my experience and exposure in government, I believe I'm able to fulfill all these promises. I have spent the 5 years in public service, worked on 10 different governments. But that's almost all ministries of government. I was at one time in permanent section at back of the house. So I have known what it is, what they are doing the legislature and the executive. I'm able to blend all of these things together and make the desired aspiration on the people of us. I want to tell you that coming on board, I will do immediately an economic emergency plan to take care of the economy that is macro market. The audience, the economy of Osun State is growing today. Take the food by the road. We activate the economy, life will not be better for us. And therefore, we prepare and depend on for artisans, farmers, or market women, for all segments, including the life. And more importantly, my passion for politics is for the future of youth. I want to see a youth coming to achieve their desired goals in life. I want to see them and tell them how many hands we have when they are in the secondary school, when they are in the university. I want to see them put to practice that innate ability that God has endowed them with and ensure that their future is guaranteed. The situation where you leave university and you are consigned to a contract and approve. I don't think you can actualize your life there. I want to see you indeed coming to be leaders of tomorrow in this nation. And I pray that God will help you.
Well, thank you so much, Shekwa was well, your tongue, Mr. Ibrahim, Deputy, your closing statement.
Okay, thank you, sir. I thank God. I thank Kubusi for your time, the organizers. I must take this opportunity to thank my family. My beautiful wife and kids, all the sacrifices over the years for me to Nigeria to do this. I thank Osun for giving me this opportunity to be here today. And I want to assure you, if you vote UPN Unity Party of Nigeria in the first coming election on August 9, in the next few days, that we are going to have transformational leadership. I'm not doing this because I just want to be a governor. I believe leadership is service. I'm committed and I'm compassionate. I'm compassionate because I believe in you and I believe in the causes that you stand for and as to the kind of goals that we want to achieve as a people. I've done everything I could, be it as a student union leader, be it as an activist, be it as a pro-democracy person, be it as an investor or as a philanthropist. I've always wanted better life for the young people and indeed our community. Under our government, you can guarantee quality education, quality free healthcare, which unfortunately we couldn't get to in the session. We are going to be able to create wealth because I'm experienced. I have the know-how, I have the exposure. I've done it abroad and I've been doing it in Nigeria. Look at the record. I'm the only candidate that can truly serve without contrarianism, without favoritism, and without speaking with two sides of the mouth. I will tell you what I can do, I have done, and I'll be honest with you, I cannot do 100%. But together, we can stop hunger in Osun. That's all to that promise. There will be prosperity, and there will be pride, and Osun can become one of the best states in Nigeria.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Ibrahim DOT, as the candidate of the United Party of Nigeria, that's the UPN. It's nice having you here for this debate. Historic one. It's the first ever electoral debate focused on youth in Osun State. So happy for that, and I also know that you are happy to be part. Please come here together for the organizers, because they will step out now to give us their remarks. They've done a wonderful job in bringing together this debate. It's focused primarily on youth and what candidates have for us as youth now. Well, the organizers, the hosts, we have Osun Pro Democracy Youth, which include representatives from Nigerian Youth Parliament, the State of Osun Youth Parliament, voluntary youth and other youth-focused organizations and NGOs, and also we have linking the youth of Nigeria to exchange funded in 2004, and these are child and youth development organization with a vision to develop socially responsible citizenship amongst Nigerian children and youth through civic and human rights education, financial education, and even empowerment of youth service. And also we have EIE, that's Enough is Enough Nigeria. That's a coalition of individuals, youth-led organizations committed to instituting a culture of good governance and public accountability in Nigeria, advocacy through activism and through the mobilization of youth population as responsible citizens. Well, thank you so much for being part of this program. I'd like for us to get some short remarks from the hosts, the organizers.
All right, thank you, Mr. Moderator. I'm Honorable Semi Adabanja. Please, before I go into the remarks, please, I crave your indulgence to welcome Ms. Yemi Adabanja, please. Please, of EIE, Enough is Enough Nigeria, and Mrs. Nari Nasiga Oedu, please, of Linked Nigeria. Please, round of applause, please. Being a partnership of hope for the young people of this state and Nigeria, let's sincerely thank the candidates of the Social Democratic Party, Elder Shegun Akeosi. We do also thank one of our own, the youngest and the candidate of UPN, Unity Party of Nigeria, that's Mr. Ibrahim Adiotu, for making down here. After thanking them, I sincerely want to thank the youth populace for all of you making it right here, despite traveling from far and near to this wonderful occasion. As the moderator has said, this is the first of its kind, and we hope this will be the beginning of greater partnerships with ourselves to make sure that the democratic space we have in this state and the country becomes larger and it becomes so issue-driven that all of us will be better for it. But great youth of Osun and great youth of Nigeria, I sincerely want to say, how long are we going to run from debates? How long will our leaders run from issue-driven debates? How long are we going to continue with jamboree? And that is why I still want you to jam your hands for these wonderful people again. They've shown extreme courage. They've stepped forward, tell us point to point what they have in store for us. But some, it is very unfortunate that some of these aspirants who we took our time to have an online poll about every one of them, who later confirmed to us after we briefed them that they will be part of this event, later turned us down. So I think what they are saying in essence is that the youth of this state will not matter to them. I think what they are saying is that the youth of this state will not matter to them. I think what they are saying is that the youth of this state will not matter to them. So we should try as much as possible. Also make a statement to them that the youth of this state take aversion to them running away from a debate, running away from addressing issues that are germane to the youth of this state and the nation at large. So, please, every one of us, watch out for us, the organizers and all of us who are here are partners. And we are going to make a strong budget statement to tell them that we take exception to such. If we do not do this, it is a precedent and it won't continue. So let's make the statement right now and for all. So we sincerely want to thank everyone. Please let's look forward to all our messages as from now, and we want to wish every one of us a safe journey back to our various destinations. Yes, please, if you have not collected your voter's card, please go and do that. And make sure you vote and also do well to protect your vote without endangering your lives. Please, this is the time to make a statement. With our vote, with our tongue, then we are at the top. So God bless Osun, God bless the youth, God bless Nigeria, God bless everyone of us. Thank you very much.
And please appreciate these wonderful people here. I'm proud to be a youth. I know you are proud to be a young person also, a young Nigerian. Alright, well, I've just been informed that picture session, the team members with the candidates, please, team members, organize, please, multiple events, please step forward for that picture session to take place straight away. Remember, quickly, committee members, please step forward for that photo session. And the ushers also, the ushers can also step forward. Remember, it's just 6 days to that big day. Go there, vote peacefully, and protect your vote like this, but then without living your life. I'd like to appreciate you once again for coming.
Please, members, please, can you, Wale, please come if you can hear me. Can you, bring your people. Come on.
Come on, guys.